So before my first class with prep, I was really anxious about teaching. So I'd never been in front of a classroom before. At least I had thought that I had been. And I think what really hit home for me in the transition to being very comfortable teaching was actually during a case discussion at Darden, where Jackie Doyle, who leads the department on general management and who taught my general managers taking action course, said that for her, she really thinks about sales and teaching as being one and the same. And I realized that coming from a client services business before school, that I had in fact been teaching all along. So that really helped shift my perspective and was very useful in helping create a more comfortable dialogue between me and my students in the classroom, since that really is the foundation of the Socratic method in the first place.
So when I think about Socratic teaching, I'm always fearful. There's always an anxiety whenever I step in the classroom. Have I thought through the right range of questions, the right ordering of questions to engage the material? Are the materials I've given in advance the materials that really prepare the room for the type of discussion I'd like to have? You know, there are some specific ways that I worry that have largely been dealt with, but I have had worries involved in the classroom within a correctional facility when working with returning citizens. You know, some of these have to do with the culture of that facility. You know, I've been in facilities where there are distinct lines of engagement between volunteers and between participants. So I can tell you I've been in facilities where volunteers and participants are not allowed to touch. Participants must stay behind certain lines. I've been in facilities where that's absolutely not the case. I've been in facilities where only last names can be used. The point is that in a program like Socratic teaching, where you're really requiring people to bring their best selves into the room, you may find a larger context outside which has not encouraged people to bring themselves. They may have encouraged people to bring their numbers. They may have encouraged people to stay within lines rather than to engage across lines. And that, by the way, is even with each other. What I can tell you is that those are very real issues when one begins teaching returning citizens in a correctional facility. But I can tell you that after the environment, the ecosystem, the engagement has been set up within the classroom, over time there develops a unique space in which people who have been reticent to share, to be vulnerable, to challenge, start doing all of those things in a place where they know they are in a safe and special space.